Welcome back to another episode of Ordinary People. I'm with my good friend Steve Lee. I had the opportunity to interview him, ask him a few personal questions, and we'll dive right into it.
That sounds good.
How
you doing?
Good, man.
Thanks for having me.
No, likewise.
Kind of like nervous.
Nervous.
This feels like one of those things where it's like a interviewer for like an actor or like an actress or whatever.
You can think of it that way.
I'm not famous.
No, but you know the whole point. I told you about it yesterday. How I'm trying to capture your story, or at least what's relevant right now.
Right.
Because you know hindsight's always 20/20. What have you gone through recently, current events in your life personally? What are you going through right now? And what are you looking towards in the future?
Sure.
So we can tackle a couple of topics, but you know, I asked you yesterday, just think about something that you're willing to share, something that could inspire others, something that other people may be able to relate to, but you just don't talk, you don't bring it up in normal conversation.
Right.
So I'll throw you the ball first in terms of, did anything come to mind as you were thinking about it yesterday?
Yeah, man, a lot. I mean, it's an interesting time just because there's been a lot on my mind, absolutely, for the past year, and it's like things that I've been wanting to talk about, and you know, with my close friends, you included, I have had these discussions, but let me just go straight into it, right? Let me just go straight for the, you know, like the big thing, the big event in life, which was last May 2017. My father just suddenly passed away, right? Just like no warning, you know, he wasn't like he was sick. He was just that it was so sudden, like it just completely changed my life. Like, you know, like I'm thinking my life is going one way with the support of both my mother and father, and of course with my brother, sister, like my whole family. But just not having him there, because like we've always, that's like my best friend. Yeah. You know, that's my dad, man. He's like, ever since I was young, that's my best friend. You know, so like just him suddenly passing away, like that just completely changed my life. Right? I'm 27, and well, at the time I was 26 when it happened, but it was just kind of a shock. So
how do you?
Yeah.
Something that emotional. That all of us are going to experience at one point in life, the death of loved ones and a number of parents.
Right.
How did you internalize that during that point in your life?
Man, it was such a shock to me that, like, so basically, let me just give you a little bit of the backstory of how it even kind of, or how I received the news. Right. I'm in DC that weekend, so it happened on May 7th. I'm in DC, you know, I was with a bunch of like my old college buddies from the University of Maryland. We're having a good time, so you know, I'm in my state of mind at that time, you know, before I received the phone call from my brother, was just like, you know, I'm ready to have fun, like right, like the day before I go back to New York home, and then suddenly I get a call from my brother. Doesn't always express like all his emotions, but I could hear in his voice he's crying. And I'm just like, what, dad just passed away. I was like, no, he I just talked to him last night. You know, like my mom literally, my mom that morning, she sent me, we had this like joke with my dad, just, you know, I was like working out, whatever, and I was like outgrowing all my clothes. And then my dad was just like, well, I'm taking all your old clothes, because like he would fit them nice. He's like, he like wears a lot of oversized clothes, right? He's just like, yeah, that's the old man style. I'm like, no, Dad, it's 2017. Like, you know, you gotta get nice and fitted. So my mom sent me a picture of him that morning, like with one of my dress shirts on, and I was like, Dad looks good. You know, everything's happy in the morning, right? And then, you know, afternoon I get that call. So to internalize that, it was, I mean, I didn't know what to do. I was with one of my really good friends, Ivan, at the time, and I was just sitting there like just in shock. I didn't even, you know, I didn't know what to do. Then to cope with it, I mean, let me just fast forward a bit, I guess. You know, honestly, man, man, it's tough because I think I can say, man, like most of my motivation, like most of my drive to do really, really great things in life was because of my dad, and my mom, of course, but you know, like that's my dad, right? Like he's the guy who came here to America with my mother, built businesses from scratch. You know the story, and many immigrants like can identify with this. They come to America with nothing, build businesses from nothing, do all this work to their 60s, their 70s, their 80s, just to provide for their kids and their family, right? So seeing my dad at the time, right? He's 70. He had just turned 70 in March, and I'm just like, my dad is still 70 years old, and he's working Sunday through Sunday. You know, he's working Sunday through Sunday. Like, what am I doing? Like, why am I not at the point right now where I can like retire him, right? So that's like for me, that was like okay, I'm going to like get my act together to make sure that I can go and be able to say, Dad, I'm retiring you today. Like, what's up, right? Mom, I'm retiring you today too. Like, you guys can go on your vacations now. Like, my dad would always like talk with my mom. It's like, we're gonna rent the camp. You know, man, I need a second.
Yeah, dude.
Oof. But I mean, I can reflect on all this now, and like I can talk about it in a positive way, just because, like I've gotten even more motivation now to like do a lot of good things, especially for my mom and my family. Oof.
How did you change that? Because suddenly your father passed, he's not around, and you're doing it for both of them. And with that change, that sudden change, how did you spin that into something where it's, all right, let me push even harder now?
Yeah, so that's a good question, man, because in the beginning, man, even to this day, man, I would be lying to you if I said I didn't have my bouts of like what I think. I never went to a doctor for it, but what I think maybe like elements of depression. Immediately after it happened, like that's what it was. I didn't want to do much. I was just like, well, what's the point of me now trying to do great things in life? Maybe I could just get by. But like that drive that was so heavy in the beginning, just kind of got shot down. 99% of my drive came from, I'm going to retire my mom and my dad, and they're gonna have fun, and I'm gonna be the breadwinner now.